Hi friends, Suzanne here. Welcome to another Monday Makes video on my YouTube channel and blog. For today's project, I am featuring the More Than Autumn stamp set, and I'm starting out with my blending brushes. These are the large blending brushes. This is Fluid 100 Stampin' Up's watercolor paper, and I have Daffodil Delight, and I created a little bit of Daffodil Delight in the center to create a highlight, and now I'm going in with Pumpkin Pie. You can see that I'm working on a slick surface that is a laminated non-porous surface where I can pick up the ink and smush the ink around, and I won't get my desk kind of all inked up, and I don't have to wipe it down. It's just nicely contained in that little area. I've sped this up 4 times as normal so that I didn't edit anything out. So you can see there's a lot of back and forth between the yellow, the pumpkin, until I get a nice deep, rich coverage. And I don't need to have it like fully covered because I'm going to go in with splotches anyway. This is pecan pie, and I've used it to create some edging. So this is an acrylic block and a little bit of, I put a little bit of water on there from my aqua painter. You can just use like a little bit of water and a paintbrush if you wish. I'm just being fancy and using all of Stampin' Up products, but I'm flicking on that water and I'm going to push it off to the side. So now I'm going to work on some of the focal pieces. I have Memento Tuxedo Black ink here, and I will be coloring these with my blends markers, which are alcohol markers, and it's safe to use with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. If you were to use StazOn and the alcohol markers, you're going to find that the black line has a tendency to, I don't know, move on you, if you know what I'm saying. So Memento Tuxedo Black is actually preferred when you're using alcohol markers, and StazOn is actually preferred when you use watercolor. I hope you got that little tip. You might not have heard it before, but that's the reason why I've chosen the inks that I do. So I am on a porous surface now, just a little bit of paper, so that when I ink up my images with my blends markers, the ink is going to be drawn straight through the paper, and it's not going to be stopped by a non-porous surface. So hopefully I won't get as many bleeds as I would if I was actually working on a glass top or something like that. I like to have an absorbent layer underneath. It just helps me with more accurately coloring within the lines. Sometimes blends markers, which are alcohol markers, have a tendency to spread on paper. So now I have used pecan pie for the cups, and what I noticed is I went in with the dark, and then I went in with the light to cover and blend, and I wanted to give a lightness in the center of the cups so that it does look like there is a curvature. So that's what really helped in this situation, making the middle part just a touch lighter. It creates that cup, like a bend that a cup would naturally have the highlights and the darks. So hopefully that little tip will help you color some of your images as well. I have the pumpkin pie, and this is, I used light on this, colored the whole pumpkin, and then went in just with the dark and colored the lines. It's a really small image. I didn't feel like I needed to do too much, but I did want the depth there. So if you don't have this little mini cut and emboss machine, I suggest getting one before they're all sold out. Well, the blue ones anyway. I gotta say, super cute little machine, and it does these wonderful little projects like this, and it keeps it on my desk. I never take it off my desk. It's real close, and if I ever just need to die cut something real small, it is so handy to have. It's not big and bulky. Okay, you can see what I'm doing here. I have die cut the 2 cups and the 2 pumpkins, and now I'm going back to stamp the whipped topping that I'm going to use for my cups and I'm going to color them for you as well, or show you how I colored. So Memento Tuxedo black ink in through my little blue Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, run it through, cut it out. And like I said, this machine makes it so easy to do all of these little things. It's not finicky at all, which I love that. When it's sitting right on your desk and you're able to go ahead and do 2 or 3 just little things. Like, it makes no sense to bring out a big one when this little one will do these jobs. So treat yourself for the holidays and get yourself one. All right, so I am using, this is Smoky Slate Light, and I know it seems weird to pick gray. You could have done blue on this as well. I chose gray, and I just sort of give a little bit of life to those whippy lines. I'm not coloring it throughout. I'm just doing some lines. This is, again, light Smoky Slate. And I mean, it's such a little bit of ink going down. I'm not worried that it's on my table. If it bleeds, it's fine. Anyway, I just thought I would share. It gives more of an effect that something is white. All right, so I cut down my little watercolor paper to fit my card. So this is 5.5 inches tall, 8.5 inches wide, scored and folded at 4 1/4. I am using my favorite adhesive, Seal Plus, and I'm going to coat all edges and 1 strip down the center and adhere that background color to my card front. And I will say this is my favorite technique of all time. If I could, I would do all of my cards like this, you guys. I try not to do it too often so that I don't bore you all, and I try to do a whole bunch of different stuff. But honestly, if I could just ink blend every background, I would be probably a happy girl. It's a nod back to my mixed media days. And if you go right back to like my very earliest, really most embarrassing videos over the last maybe 10 years that I've been doing. How long have I been doing this? Yeah, 10 years on YouTube. You'll see some really embarrassing mixed media. I didn't even talk in those videos. Anyway, I chose Memento Tuxedo black ink for the sentiment. It says grateful, it's finally. And then I just stamped autumn in pecan pie. And now I'm going to adhere my whipped topping and my takeaway cup. And I just adhered them together with the dimensional. So I didn't have to stick on anything. It was really easy. Anyway, you guys, you can see all the supplies I use listed below in the video see more section or in the supplies section of my blog. And those fast links are going to take you to my Canadian online store, where I would love the chance to meet you and earn your business. So thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.